say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sunday night here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. It's finally happening. Blazing Pedals is back out on track, and look at this. It's not the truck anymore. My name is Chris. With me as always tonight, my good friend Rick. How are you tonight, brother?
I'm doing fabulous, man. How you doing?
Man, I'll tell you what. I'm doing awesome. I'm super psyched. Let's get this long season underway. Of course, we're doing it right here tonight in Phoenix. We don't want to wait a very long time because, Rick, this is all happening really quick for me tonight. It feels like, man, we just got to go. We just got to go. But we really do. So let's get Terry Foster on up here and get that grid walk going. Terry Foster, Chris, and Rick up in the booth. You got a copy.
Oh my God, so good to hear you guys. What's going on?
Oh man, I was just saying that same thing. It feels so good to be back. You know, we're looking at a different car, but here we are, Blazing Pedals, ready to go. Are you ready to go, Terry?
Buddy, I've been ready since November. I've been ready to do this, man. And tell you what, it's great to be back. I don't know if you guys been looking at all through the names and stuff. We got new names in here, and of course some of the old guys. I think we're gonna have a hell of a season here, guys.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, let's get you walking, Terry. Who is it you're going to talk to tonight?
Find me Derek Paulson and bring him in here.
Derek Paulson.
Derek Paulson, you got a copy?
No, I got you.
Hey, buddy, welcome back. And how'd that championship offseason treat you? Derek?
Sorry about that. I had to turn it off. The other people couldn't hear you.
Oh, that's okay. I was asking how your off season went, bud, being the champion.
Oh, it went pretty good. You know, I've been, as soon as that last race ended.
Did we lose him?
Don't know. Derek Paulson, Chris, Rick, and Terry in the booth. You got a copy.
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
Yeah, we got you now, bud. I guess you still hear me. This is crazy.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Hey, buddy, we'll just get right to it, man. You had Hank, Jamie, and Dalton on your toes the last race last season, bud. We got a longer season this season. What are you looking at doing this season with these guys?
It's going to be, can you hear me?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
I was gonna say it's gonna be pretty interesting. Different car, you know. We went to the K&Ns. I'm maybe not quite as good in the K&Ns as the truck, but I've been waiting for this season to start back up since the last season ended, so I'm ready to go.
Well, I know a bunch of people out here that's got your name, buddy, tattooed on the front of their car. They want around you. They want this championship this year to take it away from you. I hope you can do it, but then again, I'm also out here with you. I hope you don't do it.
Yeah.
Did we lose it again?
No, I think we still got him.
Derek.
Well, maybe we did.
Maybe we did lose. So what you guys got for me? Anything?
I was gonna say,
there
it
he
keeps
is.
disconnecting. I wonder what the heck's going on there.
There he is. Well, we'll let you get back to practice, bud. Good luck tonight, and hope you'll see behind me at the end of this race.
You too, bud. I hope to get you.
All right, buddy.
Derek obviously having some problems here tonight in channel. We're going to get him back down into his channel. Good luck with that, guys. He is a member of the Dr. Squatch racing team out there, Terry. And you guys got a new member out there in the TNA Motorsports realm.
Yes, sir. Driver of that number 3 be Mr. Corey Sherman. I'll tell you what, he's made a plus on my team already with Aaron and I helping us out a little bit on kind of me mainly with the braking issues of actually getting into some of these little turns here. He's helped me out a little bit on my speed. So I think Corey's going to be a great asset to our team.
All right, buddy. Well, right now I am showing 29 eligible drivers to take the green flag so far tonight. I'm going to get you back down into your team chat so that you can practice along with the rest. And good luck to you tonight, my friend.
Hey, thanks, guys. Enjoy the race.
Terry Foster, driver of the 86 here tonight. We haven't even taken a look at his car yet. My goodness. We're a little behind and I'm trying to catch it up. But you know what we're doing, Rick? We are ahead of Daytona because if you were going to watch a race, unless you like watching one you've seen already, there's no reason to be watching right now. Come on out and enjoy a Sunday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
I go easy on that because I have some money on that race right now. I got $20 against my daughter. I know who's going to win.
Uh-oh. All right, who'd you pick?
Obviously, Denny Hamlin.
Oh, my God. And who did she pick?
I don't want to say.
Come on. Say it. Say it.
Kyle Busch.
Oh, my
he was
Lord.
leading when we made the bet. I was like, I already know who's going to win. She's like, no, you don't. And I said, $20? She goes, $20. I said, okay.
Okay. Hey, I hope everybody out there is going to have a good time with us here tonight. The start of the season. Again, we are coming at you live from ISM Raceway, or as I affectionately call it, Phoenix.
Well, here's some good news for you, Chris, because ISM is no more. It is now just called Phoenix. So just go ahead, call Phoenix. But what are we in tonight? We're in the cars, right?
Yeah, in the
We're in
K&Ns.
cars. We're in the K&N cars.
Cars. K&N cars. You okay?
No sense in saying truck tonight. You're going to be good.
Oh, yeah. I don't have to pay $1 anymore.
Well, unless you say trucks.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. ISM Raceway, the site of tonight's race. 1 mile track. And, hey, you know what? Temperature's looking pretty good out there. 88 degrees on the track temp, 80 degrees on air temperature. This is a 1 mile track. Progressive turns here. So the higher up on the corner you are, the more steep the turn is. Jamie Walker in the 80s. He's got himself a new paint job. GoDaddy.com.
Yeah, he's not the... We'll come up with something for the GoDaddy. Never fret, but the Duke Crew taking tonight off here for the season opener.
That's pretty cool. Return of Ryan Walsh back out on track. We haven't seen him for a season in about a season. But he is out there in his number 68, looking good. I'll tell you, man, these cars are looking better than ever. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin out there in the 10 car. Blake Decker in the 92. Gone are the days of old Woodside, but this 92 kind of reminds me of it a little bit. Dalton Kilrow, and Daddy O's number 41. Aiden Wheeler, that's a new name. Man, look at that paint job. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. Bringing out the old Dodge Viper.
Yes, sir. And Big Daddy Squatch right there. Brian McRae in the 35. Looking good out there. And look at that paint job. My goodness. That new paint stuff. Rick, I hope you're catching up with this stuff, man, because that thing is sharp.
You know, I was looking at it and I was like, you know, I got plenty of time for the off season, and the off season all of a sudden just went away. But we'll get there.
Right. Jacob Hope in the U-Haul Chevy. Way better than budget.
Way better.
Aaron Bockover not changing his paint scheme. Doesn't care if he's going truck or car. Tonight, he's in the Budweiser 44. Jason Powell, another new name. He's in the number 18 tonight. Ty Morosco, the Three Musketeers machine. Another super looking paint. Man, gosh, these guys, they went all out this year to get these paints up and running for the first race of this season. Aiden Pedra. Hank Caston out there in his 5. Hank needs to get himself a paint job. Not sponsored yet. Brian Dees is, though. Brutal Business. Owned by Sam Baumgarten. Ian Habiak out there. The TRJkarting.com Toyota. There's somebody we haven't seen in a long time. Rick Marquis Smith going to be trying to run the whole season this year. And, man, these paints, I'm telling you.
That gold looks good.
That's unbelievable, these paints. The 97 Jeff Hartline, Terry Foster. That's a nice looking car. Somebody did a good job painting that one. Travis McChesney in the 85. Kyle Wellman in the 42. Nick Okie in the 9. Corey Sherman, newest member of TNA Motorsports, running that number 3. David Bennett in the 13, and I like that hood. That's pretty cool. Corey Rutherford in the 55, another one of those drivers without sponsorship so far this season. Chris Williams in the 7, same. Patrick A. I'm going to say Patrick A for right now because I'm not going to butcher that last name yet.
Abrahamson?
Maybe. But what you need to know is here in practice, the guy up top in the speed charts, it's Jamie Walker in the 88. He has found speed, and that really comes as no surprise. Last season's champion, Derek Paulson, running in 3rd fastest so far. Ryan Wash, 2nd fastest here in practice. About 4 minutes left to go, Rick, and these guys going to do something really cool this year. We got a 10-minute qualifying session, open session. I mean,
that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, let's explain what that means. Basically, what it is, guys, is every single car can go out at the same time to try and qualify, or you can try and break it up into groups. However you want to do it, you have 2 laps to get in and 10 minutes to do it. So very cool, very neat idea. And you know, it kind of stemmed, Rick, from, I think they did it by accident one time last season. And, you know, I really enjoyed it. After we figured out what the heck was going on, I was like, hey, this is pretty cool. And I think they thought so too.
Yeah, I mean, it opens up things a little different for the drivers, Chris. Usually they go out there and it's just a single car. Go out there, do your 2 laps, and, you know, you take the better of the 2 and you go with it. But with open qualifying, it's kind of cool because, like you said, you can go out there, work as a team, especially guys that have more than one driver on their team. You can work together. If you're on a track like Daytona or anything like that where draft comes into play, it's going to be a huge help. But it's going to be interesting this season to see how that works out there on some of the smaller tracks.
Absolutely. Looking out in chat, Josh Kane stuck in California. My friend, get yourself home. We'll see you next week.
Keep the I-Buy powers running for you.
Andrew Beach checking in. Going to be here next week as well. So 29 drivers signed up. 2 drivers already saying, hey, guys, I'm not there tonight, but I'll be there next week. If that is any indication of what we're going to be seeing for this season, 30 plus drivers per race, 39 races. Wow. 38 official. Of course, they run an all-star race here. You'll remember last season, Terry Foster joined us up in the booth for the very first time during their all-star race last year, and that was a blast.
It was a lot of fun there having Terry up here in the booth with us, Chris, and I'm sure we'll get him up here at some point, this season too. It's always a good time when Terry Foster's here in the booth with us, bringing them ice cold Bud Light.
Got a message I was just checking out from Tim Havia, just saying, hey guys, how's it going? Nice to see you out there.
That's nicer than the one that I got.
Yeah.
I mean, mine just said, what's up?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I got.
But I got to be honest with you, Rick, right now, wearing the Racing for a Cure shirt, I've been wearing the TRJ hoodie all day long. Let's take a peek at what those look like. Look at that. That's me in the shirt. I got a shave, boy. Somebody didn't tell me that. There's me and Rick right there. Hey, look. There's the backside of the new hoodie. Man, oh man, is that thing sharp. Look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous.
That new design.
Oh, man. That is so good looking. Both of us wearing up our TRJ hoodies. Since it is kind of cold up here, we do appreciate those.
I don't know about kind of cold. It is cold.
Yeah. Again, Tim, thank you. Very cool. I got one other shirt from Tim, but
Gotta show that one off.
I forgot to bring that one in, so I'm gonna have to bring that picture in maybe for next week.
Well, there's the cue.
Practice is over, getting ready for that long 10-minute qualifying effort. And I think it's about time to show everybody the new overlay. Look at that.
Lots of drivers already taking advantage of this, Chris, getting out there with their partners, doing what they have to do.
Roger Muth from the booth coming on up. Josh, I don't know what you're talking about.
That was a Diet Coke.
Watching the 41, Dalton Kilroe getting around this track. I am being notified some of the paints are not working correctly, so we're going to have to look into that for next week as well.
Well, I know Kilrose is looking pretty good out there. The Daddy O's number 41. New number. New paint. Kept us on the back trunk lid, though. That's because we gave him good engines this time.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I like that. Kilroe right now being scored in second spot. Ian Habiak out there in the 16 so far in fifth spot. And Ian's that kid that, last season he had a really good effort. And then at the end in the chase, he had one race that really just kind of screwed his entire season. He got disconnected from the race server and he just wasn't able to come back from then. And man, it was a shame. Josh, buddy, I'd send you one, but I think CSA has a limit on how much liquid you can have in your luggage or something. I forget.
Yeah, you just got to drink it before you try to get on the plane.
Oh, yeah. Now, Jamie Walker doing what he does best up top on the qualifying effort so far. The Butcher running in second in his number 10. Colin Kilro's third. Aaron Bockover with a strong effort here so far in qualifying. The 44 running in fourth. 0.133 behind Walker. That's a pretty darn good line.
That's one thing I love about Phoenix, though, Chris. There's a couple different lines that these guys can actually run. So it's going to be interesting. And Tim, yeah, you're right. Ian, the only one that I've seen so far out there is something other than the Chevy Impala. So giving that Toyota Camry a run out there on that 16 tonight.
Too many Chevys.
And a perfect amount of Fords.
Wow. Terry Foster, so far in his qualifying effort, a 5th spot. You want to talk about somebody who's been working hard in the off season. Terry was telling me just last night that he ran an A main in official, running second through most of it. Last lap pass for the win. So congratulations once again to Terry Foster. Gets that win under his hat.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it is. Big Daddy Squatch in the 35 out there. 7th spot so far. Ty Marosco running in 8th position here during this first half of the qualifying. Remember, 10 minutes of qualifying. You're going to take your best lap in that 10 minutes.
I kind of want a Three Musketeers bar now.
All of a sudden, like, right? Derek Paulson, last season's champion so far. He's got a 10th place starting spot in his number 6. Crisp IPA. Jacob Hope in the U-Haul Chevy Impala. Got a 12th place run going so far. We still have 4 drivers that haven't taken to the track yet, so we hope to see them out there. And one of them of note, Corey Sherman, Jeff Hartline, Chris Williams, and Travis McChisney, the other 3. Two-car finds the inside retaining wall. Ooh, this track's looking, Rick, I don't know. It's looking a little bit loose.
It is definitely looking a little loose. It all depends, like I said, how those guys go through the corners. There's a couple different lines here. That's what I like about Phoenix.
Dalton Kilroe, he's an avid bowler, Rick. 288 is his high game, 198 average, and he lives about 10 minutes away from Daytona International Speedway.
That means he's getting a little bit of rain right now?
Possibly. Depends on which side he's on, apparently.
I mean, if you need a shave, I know where to go. Daddy O's.
Gary Foster, so far pretty happy with his qualifying effort. He's got to be. It's 7th quickest so far, sitting on pit road. 3 minutes 20 seconds left. A lot of these guys kind of hanging out on pit road just to see if they're gonna have to come back out. If they do, well, they have fresh tires. That's one of the advantages of being able to do this. You can run a couple of real hot laps, come in, get another set, and do it again. That big dog leg, I'm sure we're going to be talking about that at some point tonight. Jamie Walker still holding on to the top at 27.836 for his quick time. Ryan Wash, we see hit the inside wall, but he is good enough for second right now. A 27.915, very tight there. And just behind Wash, it's the Butcher with a 27.922.
Oh, I found another Camry out on the track.
Oh,
With
there's another.
Ian Habiak and Adrian Pedra in that Toyota Camry. We got Impalas and Monte Carlos, Chevy SS's, a Dodge.
Very
No
cool.
love for the blue oval anywhere.
Well, that's the only way any of the other manufacturers can win, Rick.
You know, there's probably a couple on the bottom, you know, out in the desert somewhere.
One minute left of qualifying. Jamie Walker still up top. Wash, Taylor the Butcher, Benjamin, Dolan Kilrow all have it on pit road. Aaron Bockover, currently in 5th spot, still just got pushed down by Dolan Kilrow. Kilrow takes it over. So Bockover down to 6th spot. And Bockover goes for a little ride. Blake Decker coming back out. That's the Mark Arthur chassis, number 92. And I don't think he's going to have enough time to make a lap count. So, with
What I
5
really
seconds
like, though,
left.
And
Rick.
is the Mark Arthur thing's in pink.
Yeah,
My Little Pony.
My Little Pony, of course. He may have enough time.
Gonna be close.
Oh, yeah, he's got this. Oh, except for one little problem. Gets loose coming out of 4. The 92 tries to push himself up a little bit further on the rankings, but can't get it done. Out of 4, gets loose. And with 9 seconds left of qualifying, that is going to be it. A couple of drivers still out on track, but they're all finishing up with 2 seconds. Now 1, we get ready to go green. Starting on row number 1 for the first time this season, it's going to be the number 88 of Jamie Walker. And to his outside, Rick, it's going to be Ryan Wash in his number 68. On the inside, row number 2, it's going to be the number 10 of Taylor, the Butcher Benjamin. And to his outside, last season's champion, Derek Paulson.
Let me interrupt for a second. I think you're on the wrong one, bro.
Oh, crap, I am.
That's okay.
Let's just go over there and go
You
over
had
there.
me confused.
We gotta start over. Wait a second. That's not right.
I was
that
like,
was the
am
right
something
one.
broken?
Rick,
It's confusing.
you let me down the wrong path, bud.
I'm sorry. So Jamie Walker did get the pole here tonight, but on his outside, Chris, it's the 10 of Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. In row number 2, it's going to be Ryan Wash in 68.
Oh man.
Dalton Kilrow in the 41, going to be starting in 4th.
I don't know about all
one.
that.
No?
No. I don't know about that.
Okay. I mean, that's what my timing screen and what my grid's telling me.
Okay. Go ahead and do it.
All right, we got Aaron Backover starting in row number 3. Aaron Backover is going to be starting 5th. Next to him is the 6th of Derek Paulson. And then we have Terry Foster in the 86, going to be starting 7th. Ian Habiuk in the 16th and 8th. Blake Decker in 9th. Brian McCrae in 10th. Ty Morosco in 11th. Hayden Wheeler in the number 4 machine, going to be starting 12th. Then we got Jacob Hope in the number 2 starting 13th. Brandon Dennis 14th in the 95. Adrian Pedra starts 15th. Marquis Smith starts at 21 in 16th position. Kyle Wellman in 17th. Brian Dees in 18th. Justin Powell in 19th. Hank Caston in 20th. Nick Okie. Okay, I can't even say it now. Okie. There we go. Thank you. Is going to be starting in 21st. And now everything's changing because we're going green, my friend.
Green flag is out. We'll catch the rest as we go. But Jamie Walker taking it into turn 1 as your race leader. Wash follows him right behind. Derek Polson trying to figure out a way to get around teammate Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. He's to the outside. He makes it pass, and the Butcher moves back to 4th spot. Aaron Backover in 5th. Dalton Kilrow running in 6th position. A little bit of a gap back to 7th spot. Blake Decker. Oh, we got one into the wall on the inside. Didn't see who it was. Caution on the field for the first time this season. Oh, it's the 35.
35, yeah.
And we just saw him come out of nowhere. He was launched. Let's go back and take a peek. The 35 running to the inside of the 42. And McCrae looks like he gets a little loose. And then something happened. Oh, yeah, just the slightest tap. And he goes airborne. Holy cow. That was kind of cool. Let's go back and take a look at that again. Because it's the little taps that get you. I hope,
Especially here.
I hope for Brian's sake he's not in VR. Oh my.
I mean, he lands it, so I'm going to give that a 10 out of 10.
I mean, you almost have to, right? See the battle with the 42, the 21, because the 35 had to lift and was going sideways. He gets into him just a little bit, and then the smallest tap, and McCrae goes for a ride. And that brings out the first caution. McCrae somehow able to drive it away. First caution of the night, first caution of the season. Brian McCrae in the 35. He's in pit road. Gonna see if he can fix up that 35 and get it back out there. Gonna try and do something here. See if we can get race control.
About to catch it. 21 rears them and sends them around. So that's going to be on the 21 for bringing out the caution. EOL first strike.
So there you go, right out of race control, calling the 21 at fault. He's going to receive an EOL, end of line penalty, and first strike against him for this race. McCrae still sitting on pit road. Pace car lights are off, getting set to go back to the green flag. Your race leader, Jamie Walker, opting to the outside lane. The 68 takes the inside. That's Ryan Wash. Derek Paulson behind Wash. The Butcher behind Walker. The green flag back out. Jamie Walker takes the lead once again. A great restart from the 88 machine. And Ryan Wash trying to hold on to second. Paulson battling it out with teammate for third spot. The Butcher under attack by Derek Paulson in the sixth. The Butcher holding strong on that outside. How long can he do it? Oh, he gets a little tight. Goes up towards the wall. The six going to take position. Here comes the 44 of Bockover. Bockover now trying to get position. Bockover not able to get there. The 10 able to straighten it out. But the 44 looking racy here tonight from fifth spot.
Yeah, Bockover was doing a good job, Chris. He was just following along going, okay, well, maybe I can do it. But then he decided against it. Right now, he's got the 41 right behind him. And Old Woodside, we used to call him. That's 92 Blake Decker right behind Dalton Kilrow right there.
Man, Blake Decker started in seventh place tonight. We see right now he's running in seventh, so no move out of the 92 yet, but that's not uncommon for him. He'll run around the track and just kill off some laps, and then all of a sudden start pushing his way to the front. As a little bit of a reminder tonight, we are doing 188 laps stage racing up for grabs tonight. Lap number 45 and lap 90 are going to be the stages. Having a good time here on a Sunday night. Thank you all for coming on out to watch here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We really do appreciate it. And moreover, the drivers of the Blazing Pedals League do too. It's great to see everybody out there. Well, welcome back to Sunday night. We're going to be here every Sunday night as the schedule lets us. And I'm really looking forward because coming up next week, next Sunday night, we're taking on Daytona with the Blazing Pedals. And you know, Rick, while the season is starting tonight, honest to gosh, I don't think it's really starting until next week.
Well, you know, you're right, Chris. I mean, this is something that's kind of unusual. You don't see too many leagues not start their season at Daytona, especially if they're racing some kind of NASCAR vehicle. But here at Blazing Pedals, doing it a little differently, getting that championship race out of the way for that first one, because as we all know, these guys do something very cool for their championship race. They take all the tracks that they've raced throughout the season, which this season is going to be every track out there. We're following the NASCAR schedule, buddy. It's going to be a long season, but it's going to be a fun, long season. They're going to take out the super speedways. They're going to take out any road courses, and they're going to put those tracks up to a vote for their drivers, and that's where the championship race is going to be. So, hey, listen, let's get Phoenix out of the way now. Next week, we head to Daytona. You know I'm happy about that, buddy. And then we continue on from there. It's going to be a good time.
Absolutely. It's going to be real fun. And speaking of real fun, I think Terry Foster's having some fun as he just went around the 95 of Brandon Dennis, the 86 machine, trying to work his way to the front. He is fast. And it's awesome to see Terry out there having fun. Speaking of having fun, you know what he does part-time? He's a DJ. You know what he loves to do? He loves to walk on the grid.
He's their own Michael Waltrip, man. It's great.
Gotta love that, Terry Foster.
I mean, Michael better watch out because Terry Foster might take his job someday. And I would be okay with that.
Yeah. Brian D's in the 17. Looking strong out there. Running second place, well, second in this group of cars. Brandon Dennis just ahead of him in the 95. May have just touched the wall a little bit, but D's, another one of those drivers, just going to watch. Going to sit there and have a little fun throughout the course of this race.
You know, doesn't want to sit too long there, though, Chris, because right behind him, that one machine, Ty Morosco, looking pretty racy out there tonight.
Yeah, Morosco getting it done. Hank Caston in his number 5. Kind of marred in this little group of 5 cars. And the 18, Jason Powell looking to try and get around him on the inside. Powell with a nice move. Gets it done. We haven't seen him for a little while, but here he is, the 21, Marquis Smith, out on track. He is running 19th position, looking to try and move himself forward. Marquis is a very talented driver, trying to knock the rust off, I believe, here with the Blazing Pedals.
He's doing a good job, Chris. As you know, that first caution was brought out. Brian McRae got a little bit loose, and the 21 was there, gave him a little punt. I think it was just a racing incident, but hey, listen, he had to go to the back of the longest line there, but working his way back up through. That 21 looking strong out there tonight.
Aerial coverage brought to you tonight by TRJkarting.com, as it will be all season long for all of your karting needs and some sim racing needs as well. Make sure to check them out, TRJkarting.com. Make sure you let Tim know that Rick and Chris sent you. Watching a battle now for second spot between Ryan Wash and Derek Paulson. Wash in the 68, Paulson in the 6. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin on screen, but a little bit behind teammate Derek Paulson.
The man up front, Chris, Jamie Walker in the 88, just pulling away from Ryan Wash out there.
Yeah, about a 1.2 second lead over second place Ryan Wash. And here we are starting lap number 20 of 188. Jamie Walker's led them all so far. I think we're going to sneak on board and take a lap here with Jamie Walker. Diving into turn number 1, way down close to that yellow line, works his way back into the throttle and pushes out. Comes underneath the yellow line through turn 2 and then turn 3, the dreaded turn 4 coming up next. And Rick, turn 4 will bite you if you're not careful.
Turn 4 is one of the most trickiest turns, I think, on this track, Chris, because, I mean, it's fast. You come out, you come into it really quick and then you come off, but it's very, very slick there.
Windshield is awful clean on the 88. He's had nobody ahead of him all night long. Again, I want to thank everybody for coming out to watch the Blazing Pedals right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. This is the season opener for their K&N car. 36 official races plus 1 race for the All-Star break. 37 weeks of racing. Well, we had 1 caution early on, Rick, and they seem to have gotten that out of their system. But we do have Brian McRae still on pit road because of that incident. Deshaun Gorham looks like he may have packed up, called it a night. Better luck next week. Deshaun, as we head to Daytona, Deshaun has something in common with me too, because he happens to be a Chicago Bears fan.
I'm sorry?
There are more than one.
Oh, interesting.
Uh-huh. So a little bit earlier start time for these guys this season, so we can try and get done a little bit earlier. Roughly 250 miles will be the end game for the longer races of the season. Tonight, only 190. Brian McCary still sitting on pit road. Has moved himself up into race control for the time being. He may be done here tonight. Aaron Bockover, we saw just a little bit ago, he was running in the top 5. He's fallen back a couple now to 7th spot. Dalton Kilrow and Blake Decker able to get around him.
Yeah, Decker's been doing a good job, Chris, on that 92 machine, trying to work his way up into the top 5 right now. That is being held by Dalton Kilrow in the number 41 machine.
Yeah, slow and methodical, 188 laps, Rick. They got plenty of time because we're working lap 28 right now. So really a ton of racing left here. But so far, so good. I mean, we had that one caution, which honestly, it was kind of unavoidable. You got a driver that gets a little bit loose. Another driver comes in, makes a little contact, sends that driver around. And then that little tap that sent him way up over the flag stand somehow. For all the love I give these guys at iRacing, sometimes they miss it. And speaking of missing it, here we are under caution. And it looks like it may be the 11 of Patrick A and the 9 of Nick Okie. We'll go back and take a peek, see what happened. So Okie behind Patrick A. Patrick A to the outside, Okie to the inside. The 3 taking a peek in. That's Corey Sherman. Oh, the 11 comes down on the 9, I believe, will be the call. So under caution one more time here tonight from ISM. Let's see if we get word in from race control.
Well, that's one way to find out. Go to the pace car.
The 11 comes down on the 9, I believe, will be the call. So under caution one more time here tonight from ISM.
Yeah, it must have been well after the caution then that Hayden did that. Yeah, it's definitely 11 and 9. It'd be the 11.
It's still racing.
Cuts down and hits the 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say 11. 11 comes off the corner. Kind of comes off the corner and cuts down to the 9 is what it looks like.
That's what I'm seeing too, but I just wanted to make sure I got another opinion. Make sure they pit or drive past the pits.
All right, so from race control, it looks like they saw it the same way we did, Rick. The 11 into the 9. And while all that was happening, we had some pit stops happening.
One of the biggest ones there, Jamie Walker decided to come in, get some 4 new Dr. Feelgood, some Sunoco Racing fuel, gave up that lead to Ryan Wash. Right now, Jamie Walker sitting in that 88 machine in 16th position.
Well, almost made it to the end of stage 1. But a couple of cars making contact, bring out caution number 2 on the night. And for Rick, this is Chris, and I want to thank you all for coming out here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Guys, this has been a lot of fun, and it's been a long time coming to get ready and get going again. We really do appreciate being invited back from the Blazing Pedals. These guys have kind of turned into family, and it's pretty cool to watch.
Oh, it really is. I mean, it was a long off season for us, Chris, but man, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad that we're here continuing on with the Blazing Pedals. Of course, on Wednesday nights, you guys can catch us, me and Chris, here on the Turn 3 Racing Network for the Race for a Cause. Keeping it going, man. Love these guys.
So new race leader, Rick. It's the 68 of Ryan Wash, and he's led 3 here under caution. 68 gonna try and fend off Derek Paulson, last season's champion, who's on the outside. Pace car is in, and we are going back under the green. Ryan Wash with a good jump on this one. Fields packed back in together as we restart this one. Just coming out of turn 1 and 2 now on the back stretch. Make it quick because you're into turns 3 and 4. I know we've been asked in chat already for it. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about time to go ahead and crank it up. And by that, of course, I mean we're going to turn it up.
That's right.
And we got to settle it back down just a little bit here as we are back under caution one more time. And it looks like it may be the 21 into the 5. We're going to have to go back and take a peek. The 5 is heavily damaged in the rear. Let's go back and find out what happened. The 5 running right behind Terry Foster. Hank Caston. The 21 goes to the outside, the 5. Very tight racing between those 3 drivers. Oh, the 5, or excuse me, the 21, yeah, just gives them a little pop in the back end. The 17 goes around and some damage into the 3 Musketeers car. So that's what we saw. Let's go back, Rick, and see if Race Control is on board with us here again.
4 seconds later.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at that a couple different ways, and it looks like that's exactly what happened there. Those guys racing it out hard.
It's up to you whether to pit or not. If it'll go back to green on 45, then we're going to do a 1-lap shootout. If it goes back to green on 46, we're going to extend the caution.
10-4.
All right, guys, that one was between the 5 and the 21. 21 goes down in the corner, gets into the rear end of the 5, getting them out of shape and sending them around. That's going to be a black flag pass through. Remember, you do not have to stop for that. And that's second strike.
Second strike for the 21. As they were also trying to clarify what was going to happen, because we do have the stage coming right around the corner here. It looks like Ryan Wash coming down pit road, Rick, giving up the lead.
Yeah, it looks like a bunch of cars coming down, finally saying, okay, enough's enough. Time for some fresh tires, man. I mean, the desert's rough on the tires.
During that turn it up, we also saw the 88 get into the wall a little bit of right side damage. As Derek Paulson now takes control of the field. He's led 1 lap here under caution.
You know, Chris, with that light contact to the wall by the 88 machine, I'm sure that's probably why he's coming down pit road now. I mean, he was down there not that long ago. So then, might as well get it repaired. Do what you got to do.
There's a couple train of thought here, Rick, because, you know, yeah, you might give up the points for winning the first stage, but you have the rest of the race to try and win. And I think, you know, Jamie is that long-term goal driver. So
well, that he definitely is.
Yeah, he's going to go in and get that repair done, get back out on track. Right now being scored in 13th position.
Which is still 3 up from when he took the green flag there after the last caution. He was sitting there in 16th position. We're watching him work his way back up through the field.
This caution brought to you by TRJkarting.com, as they will be all season long. TRJkarting.com. If you haven't checked them out yet, guys, make sure you open up a new tab. Go check them out here under caution. Tim was gracious enough to put a different tab in there for sim racing equipment, some shoes, some gloves. Make sure to check out everything he's doing. He's got a great youth program going on. It's a lot of fun to stay up with that.
Following him on Facebook, man, is just amazing.
Yeah, a lot of fun. So pace car lights are off. I believe Derek Polson going to be scored as the stage 1 winner. Going to wait to get verification. I'm not even going to wait. I'm just going to call him stage 1 winner. Derek Polson in the 6th machine. Last season's champion starts it off strong here again tonight by being the first stage 1 winner of the season.
What a way to bring that momentum in from last season, too, Chris. I mean, of course, these guys out there in the trucks last season started to come in with the K&N cars this season, and so far, I'm loving it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the trucks. But, man, these K&N cars are awesome.
Absolutely. And we're getting ready to unleash them once again as the pace car drops on the pit road. It's Paulson under control of the field, and he hits the loud button. Here we go, back into the green flag. Derek Paulson assumes control of the field. teammate Taylor the Butcher Benjamin not having some good luck right now, though. He's stuck on the outside. Adrian Pedra trying to take position. The Butcher settles in for third spot. He's got the 42 of Kyle Wellman right behind him. Terry Foster cracks into the top 5, running in 5th spot, and he's got Corey Sherman right behind him. Sherman taking a peek to the inside. Can't get there, falls back in line. Got to go back to 9th place before you start seeing them fanning out in a 2x2. Ty Morosco trying to get away. He does, and the 41 follows him through. That's Dalton Kilrow. Oh, the 97 goes up into the wall. And one more gets into him, so we're going under caution one more time. The 97 of Jeff Hartline takes some damage. We're going to have to go back and find out what happened. Watching the 97 of Jeff Hartline as he was running the inside lane. The 7-2 is outside, the 92 behind. The 7 falls back, the 92 drops down to the inside, takes a look, can't quite get there. The 97 by himself. Hartline comes out of the corner. Looking good so far. Carrying a load of steam. Oh, the 92 gets into him. And around he goes. And then the 7, and oh, Hank Caston, and the 68 of Ryan Wash, and oh my goodness.
A bunch of cars.
That's a lot of cars. Okay. We're going to go back and let Race Control tell us what the heck they're seeing because, oh boy.
Well, one thing I've noticed so far, Chris, is that these K&N cars are not as durable as the trucks. You get a little bit of tap on these things, and they're sending them flying.
That's what caused Ryan and them to all check up.
Probably. Well, no, they weren't checking up though. They weren't even. They were in the tri-oval when this was happening.
Oh yeah.
So no, there's no way.
Okay. We're gonna go back and
3 wide through the tri-oval. I don't know what people are thinking.
Because
yeah, I don't know. Let's go
One thing I've noticed so far, Chris, is that these K&N cars are not as durable as the trucks. I don't know if you've seen it on Facebook at all, Chris, but there's something cool coming out with these K&N cars. iRacing is working on the new damage model for these things, so soon, #soon, we will be seeing a lot of damage on these things.
yeah, I saw that they were working on that. That's pretty cool. Didn't quite get the full description there out of Race Control that time. So we're still going to be waiting to hear back from them. When I go to Race Control, guys, you're hearing my voice kind of in the background, and that is because they're watching the race, which is cool. But that does give an echo back, so I would explain that. Rick, we have a new race leader. It's Ty Morosco in the 1 car.
And right next to him is that 41 Dalton Kilrow.io's machine. And Jamie Walker made that that 88 shoot up through the field. He's sitting in 3rd position right now.
Okay, and just in from Race Control, 92 gets into the 97. 92 gets the EOL and a first strike. Ty Morosco looking to lead this field in that 1 car. And hey, take a look at who's behind him. It's Jamie Walker, made his way up. What did he start? 13th in that last one?
13th,
yeah. All the way up to 4th now. Pace car drops off, and Ty Morosco takes control of the field. Morosco Waiting, waiting, waiting. Hits that green button, and we are gone once again. He almost had the 88 right in the back bumper. Oh, Morosco takes a blink. Very dangerous to happen on a restart. Heading into turns 1 and 2. Getting ready to hit the backstretch.
And one driver that scared a little bit out of was Dalton Kilrow in that 41. Chris Down make that little move there. Like, oh, where'd that one car? Oh, there he is. And now Jamie Walker taking over second position. Looking on the inside of the one at time, Morosco. He doesn't want to see that blinking again, man. He just wants to go.
And Morosco stuck on the outside. The 88 of Jamie Walker trying to reassume the lead. Walker has led 29 laps so far of this race. Looking to try and lead some more. You see the damage to the right rear of the 88 machine from getting into the wall earlier. He's got some damage on the right front as well, but doesn't seem to be slowing him down here on this 1 mile track. Jamie Walker goes in the corner, your race leader one more time.
Morosco still stuck on that outside. Dalton Kilrow working that 41 on the inside there. Gets around him, takes over second position. 68 of Ryan Wash right there. He's got his sights on Morosco now. Morosco comes down, falls in behind the 41.
A lot of these guys trying to learn this car still, Rick, as they're so used to the trucks. Give it a few races, and I think the racing is going to get really, really strong here. See Ryan Wash, he's running in 4th spot, and he's got some heavy damage to that thing, but it is not slowing him down. He goes down to the inside, looking to take a spot away from Ty Morosco. That is for 3rd position. And the 68 is on fire right now, trying to work his way back up front.
Ooh, and I'm back here, Chris, just a little further back in the pack there in 8th, the 85, Travis McChesney. Right now, he's got a gaggle of cars all around him, and that includes the 6 of Derek Paulson working on his inside right now. Derek Paulson looking to take over 8th position. Adrian Pedra's right there. Got Aaron Bach over, Blake Decker.
A good little battle right here. Paulson able to finally get around the 85 machine of McChesney. McChesney falls in line. Got Adrian Pedro right behind him, though. And the 78 going to try and get down to the inside. Good move out of the 78. Gets to the inside of the 85. Pedro looking to take position away. Adrian Pedro trying to take away 9th position, and he does. And here comes the 92 of Blake Decker. Decker wasting no time. The 85 into the wall. The 44 has to evade. 3 wide in the corner. The 44 goes around. Holy cow. Back under caution one more time, and that one was rough to watch, Rick. You could see it coming.
Yeah, that was tough.
We're going to go watch
number 5.
Backover, who just went for a ride. And all he was trying to do was check up. Unfortunately, that put him in 3 wide situation. He knew it. Oh, the 42 gets into the 44 as well. Oh, man. Terrible, terrible luck for Aaron Backover, who was just trying to stay out of any trouble. Finds himself deep in. We're going to go take a listen in, see if we can hear what race control decides.
Well, this is just me, but race etiquette, McChesney should have backed out of it right there because he's already killed the wall. But the 2 hits the 44, knocks him up into the... Yeah, kind of made him push.
We're all outside.
I don't know. Kind of would give that to the 85 for hitting the wall and starting the whole chain. Well, I mean, you got to have good race etiquette.
Oh, he does. He pulls it right off the wall, right?
Right into the line of everybody, made them all check up, jacked into him. Then he ended up hitting back over. So
I don't know. It's like all right, he like.
So it's been called as a racing incident. Can't decide who to put the blame on. And that might be a good call, Rick, because honestly, you know, it was a chain of events that happened. And when that happens, I mean, honestly, everybody's trying to stay out of it. And it just didn't work out that time by.
Yeah, I agree with that call.
Pretty cool new feature that we've got going this year. And I dig it quite a bit, being able to kind of get into the minds of the race admins, both Mark Arthur and Sam Baumgarten. Guys, thank you very much for doing everything that you do week in and week out. Make this league one of the best out there. Pace car lights are off, Rick. We're getting set to go back to green.
That front row is going to look interesting, Chris. You got the 88 Jamie Walker working on that outside. You got Dalton Kilrow on the inside. Jamie Walker is the race leader. And the green flag is out. Jamie Walker gets one heck of a restart right now. Dalton Kilrow kind of kept, sleeping at the wheel there just for a little bit. But he gets on and gets going. Ty Morosco looking on the outside, trying to figure out how to get around Ryan Walsh. But right now, Jamie Walker still the race leader, doing a fabulous job. That's something that we're used to seeing out of Jamie Walker there. He gets those restarts down pat. Keeps everybody guessing a little bit. Ryan Walsh moves that 68 up into third position. Marquis Smith right behind him in fourth. Dalton Kilrow sitting there in second, trying to chase down that number 88 machine.
So the 88-year race leader, Dalton Kilrow, in the 41, right behind him, Ryan Walsh, with that beat up number 68, running in third spot. Then we got 2x2 racing Marquis Smith and Jason Powell battling it out for fourth spot. Powell with a strong move, slides up in front of Marquis. Marquis dives down to the inside, tries to take it back.
Making close door on that there, Chris, but 21's got to be careful because the 6 right there, Derek Paulson right behind him, waiting for one mistake to make that pass.
Again, I want to thank everybody out there watching here on Turn 3 Racing Network as we are bringing you race number 1 of the season. The K&N cars here for Blazing Pedals, and this whole thing brought to you by TRJkarting.com. I can't thank Tim enough over at TRJkarting.com for putting this show on every single week for, well, for your entertainment, but Rick and I kind of dig it too.
Oh, we definitely do. one guy that is definitely digging right now, Chris. That's the 88 doing everything that he possibly can. Dalton doing a good job, though, trying to keep up with him there a little bit.
Now, one of the things I was kind of hoping for, and so far it's happened, just by switching the vehicle that they're racing, there's become a little bit more parity in the racing. These guys aren't just driving off into Never Never Land. They're actually, like, you know, holding pretty well against each other. As we almost went 3 wide here. Marquis Smith way to the outside. The 7892 working their way in. That's Pedra and Blake Decker. Decker now to the inside of Marquis Smith. Decker trying to make that pass happen. He's got him by a nose. And here comes Tom Morosco. Trying to figure out which lane he wants to go in. As Marquis making that outside lane look pretty good.
Some drivers prefer that outside lane there, and let me tell you, Smith doing everything that he possibly can. A lot of drivers liking that inside lane. Watching Taylor the Butcher Benjamin right now on the inside of that one machine at time. Morosco, Chris, coming into the corner. It looks like the 10's going to get it cleared.
Yeah, that puts the Butcher up in 9th spot. Moves Tom Morosco back into 10th. Well, we haven't talked about him a lot here tonight, Rick, but Ian Habiuk out there in his number 16. He's following Travis McChesney right now, the 16, running in 17th position. And I think we should probably go in and take a listen to see if Tim's giving him any real good advice right now.
Yeah, let's do it.
You're clear all around. You got 4 back. 4 back, and the next spot for position is 10 back. Clear all around. Next segment breaks at lap 90. Clear all around. 4 back. Clear all around, 5 back. Clear all around, 3 back. Clear all around, 3 back. Clear. Have you tried running that dog leg without the transition?
Yeah, I did a lot. I don't feel like it helped.
I'm just wondering if it'll help you get up to the outside a little bit quicker. If it'll help keep your momentum on the outside of the turn a little bit more. I see it's where like the 85 is gaining some ground on you. You seem like you caught up a little bit quicker going into turn 3 doing that.
Yeah.
I know it is a shorter way around, but if you can get a better arc into 3, carry your momentum a little bit further.
Yeah, just got the short end.
Well, it seems like Tim's talking to Ian about some stuff that we normally talk about, Rick. Momentum and the ability to try and hold on to all that you can. And he says, just move up a little bit. Don't use that full dog leg. And you might catch him up a little bit. And he is. He's slowly working his way to the back bumper of the 85.
I just love going into that live spotting channel, Chris. That is brought to you by Mylanta.
Oh, my Atlanta.
And Tim, I know you sent me something there on TeamSpeak. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but I went to click on it. I accidentally closed it instead of looking at it. So I apologize.
Your race leader, Jamie Walker, up front in the 88. He's led 54 laps of this one so far. Brian Wash in the 68. He's led 13, currently running in 5th spot. Derek Paulson's led 6th. Ty Marosco's led 4. And Blake Decker has led 1.
Skittles, what you probably just heard, we went down into the TRJ karting team spotting channel, where Ian Habiak has his dad, Tim, spotting for him live. And Discord, I'm not sure. I don't hear that myself. That would be when Chris talks to race control.
Yeah, a couple of neat features we got going on. We do have that live spotting, so you can really kind of understand what a spotter is trying to do with their driver, trying to get them to listen and follow some advice. And then we've got the live admin control, being able to listen in on Sam Baumgart and Mark Arthur, the two guys making it all possible here tonight, and every Sunday for that matter. So some pretty cool stuff going on, and we've got more surprises coming around the corner throughout the season. But I'll tell you what we have right now, Rick. We got a heck of a race going on.
That we do, Chris. We're nearing the halfway point here. That'll be on lap number 94.
So far
These guys
tonight,
doing a good job.
Oh, yep. Absolutely. Sorry about that. I was going to say, so far tonight from ISM, we've had 5 different cautions for 17 laps. But the big number there, 5 different lead changes.
Yeah, Walker's been out there dominating, like you said, now led 59 laps. Brian Wash, 13. Derek Paulson, 6. Marosco, 4. And Blake Decker, he even got the lead one.
Damien Walker with a 1-second lead over on Kill Road. Paulson about 5 seconds behind your race leader. Fifth place, Wash, about 6 seconds behind. Had a few drivers drop out, Rick. We've got Hank Caston, Brandon Dennis, and Deshaun Gorham. I've decided to load it up onto the hauler so far. Patrick A. and Brian McRae are on pit road. Oh, excuse me, Brian McRae is actually back out on track.
Brian's back out on track, sitting there in that number 35 Dr. Squatch machine in 28th position. Got it repaired enough to come back out here. Now it's amazing. You look at the roof of that car, you can't read no number.
Yeah, it kind of got scratched off, didn't it?
It most certainly did.
Looks like somebody took some pine tar to the roof of that car and rubbed it off.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, nonetheless, McRae out there trying to get, you know, there are some other drivers that have fallen off out of the race, and every single point counts every single week. It starts on week 1, lap 1, and McRae knows that, so he's going to try and get every position possible. He's out there in that beat up number 35, just trying to score some laps. He's got the 9 of Nick Okie just ahead of him. Okie, another one of those damaged cars out there, just trying to run and make some laps up.
Okie doing a good job out there, though, Chris. He's, you know, sitting in 20th position, 1 lap down, so he's out there just doing what he's got to do. The other car 1 lap down. That's going to be the 44 Aaron Bockover sitting there in 19th position. But you're absolutely right, Chris. That's what it's all about. You know, don't give up. You got to go out there. Every lap, every point matters. And in a long season, you know, you don't want to be calling it quits early on the first race. You want to get out there, do as much as you possibly can. And I mean, that 35 car, he is beat up. There's scratches everywhere. The roof, the right side. Brian McRae out there. If he was wearing VR, I think the reason why he's down so many laps probably just he's getting his head level again.
Yeah,
because he went for a ride.
Yes, he did. A lot of torn up cars out there, Rick, as I'm cycling through some of the cars a little further back in the field as we are under caution. Lap 91. So this is for the stage 2. And stage 2 winner, Jamie Walker in the 88. So Paulson and Walker, your 2 stage winners here tonight. Go figure, huh?
What a way to start a season, man. You come out here, do what you got to do. You're winning stages. Those are extra points. Carrying that momentum from last season. If you remember correctly, Jamie Walker dominating.
Yeah, right up to the last race. And man, that was a tight one. Paulson ends up pulling it out in the very last race.
Very last race, yeah. Good old Michigan.
Love Michigan. All right, guys, we're going to side by side. Take a little breather. We're going to get you a commercial as the pit stops happen. We'll go side by side so you don't miss a thing. Back live here from ISM Raceway, Phoenix. This 1 mile track definitely getting it done for us here tonight. We are working caution number 6. This one for our stage. Stage winner was the 88 of Jamie Walker. Walker having a fabulous night so far. He's led 70 laps of this event. As we get ready to go back to the green, pace car lights are off. Cars are folding in 2 by 2. We've got Walker and Dalton Kilroe making up row number 1. Tom Orozco, Derek Paulson make up row number 2. Row 3 is Adrian Pedra and Kyle Wellman. Wellman in that 42 doing a great job here tonight. 05, going to be the 92 of Blake Decker, excuse me, row 4, and Taylor the Butcher Benjamin picking up that row 4. Getting ready to go back under the green flag. Jamie Walker hits the loud pedal, and we are back under the green flag once again right here from Phoenix. So pit stops have been made, and now we have 93 laps to go till the end of this one. No more stage racing. Kind of run what you brung at this point. Definitely gonna have to make one more pit stop at least here tonight. Because we are under caution already. And it looks like Ian Habiak may have had a part of it. We're going to go back and figure out what happened to Ian. Oh, the 3 and the 16 make contact. And then the 97 and the 16. Everybody else hard on the brake pedal. So the 16 goes around. Let's find out what race control has to say.
Okay.
I mean, he moved up, but Ian moved way down.
Where? Ian's running his line in the corner, and Corey's just going straight. And he doesn't even have position. You can't put that on Ian.
I can't give it on Corey when he's kept the same place on the track the whole time.
But he goes up.
Didn't go up.
When he enters the corner, he goes up.
His distance to the yellow stayed the same.
I'll let you hand that one out.
You scared?
No. I don't think that was Ian. He's just.
I did. He moved 3 car widths down to hit Corey.
I'll give you your judgment. You can hand that one out.
All right, that was between the 3 and the 16. 16 was up against the wall, 3 was in the middle, 16 came off the wall, came down probably 2 car widths to hit the 3. 3 moved up maybe a couple tire widths, so that one will be on the 16 first strike EOL.
Okay, so on the 16 first strike EOL for Ian Habiak, as we are under caution just after we were under caution for that stage, and cautions breeding cautions once again here in Phoenix, as we're working caution number 7. We've had 24 laps under caution, 5 different lead changes here tonight, and I'm just going to say it again. This has been a fantastic race to get this season started. 5 cautions, it's a little high, but 7 cautions, but remember, one of those was for a stage. The other stage was kind of marred in between another caution. So really we're down to 6, and I know Mark and Sam are going to try and straighten that out. That's a little bit more than they're going to want, but for the first night in a new car with a pretty big field, Rick, it's not horrible.
No, you're absolutely right, Chris. I mean, that's something that I was just going to say. I mean, number one, these guys have done a couple of seasons in the truck, so they got used to those. And now the trucks and the K&N cars, I know, and as you know, for personally driving on the service, they are totally different machines. So, you know, these guys coming out here, we also talked about, we got a bunch of new names out there, Chris. A lot of guys returning, they're knocking that rust off, trying to learn how to race around each other once again. But I think as the season definitely goes on, race, 3, 4, these guys will get it figured out.
Yeah, I think they will too. Hopefully before next weekend, because again, next weekend, Rick Blazing Pedals taking on Daytona.
I mean, I'm looking forward to that. I love Daytona. I'll be looking forward to it in July.
Pace car lights are off. The 88 machine of Jamie Walker still on the pole. Colin Kildo to his outside. Paulson and Morosco making up row number 2 as the pace car drops in, and the 88 hits the loud pedal one more time under the green flag here in Phoenix. Diving down into turns 1 and 2. The 88 takes control of the field. Dalton Kilrow separates himself. Battle right now, trying to go on for position 3. Paulson has it. Morosco wants it. The Morosco kind of can't get there, so falls back in line. Here comes Adrian Pedra trying to put his nose in the battle. Again, I want to thank everybody for coming on out to the Blazing Pedals here on the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. Join us every Sunday for the next, 37 weeks or so. As Blazing Pedals set to do battle here in the K&N car. Under caution one more time, Rick, as it's starting to go backwards really quick here. And it looks like it was the 68. We're going to go back and really figure out what happened here. The 68 dives down to the inside, comes back to the outside. Oh no, it's the 3. Oh, that's the previous caution. Oops, my bad. All right, well, we're going to just miss that one completely. Let's go and see if we can find out what happened with race control. It was definitely the 68.
Yeah.
68-17, Chris.
Oh, 17. Looks like he may have come up into
Ryan.
the 68.
Yeah, it's Ryan's fault. 68.
Yeah, he hits the brakes real hard,
wide racing.
trying to pass him, and then it kind of torques his car to the right, and that's what caused him to make that contact. Tiny bit of net good, but I mean, he hard on the brakes, torques to the right, and then cuts down onto the 17.
All right, so it looks like they're giving that one to Ryan Washburn. Or excuse me, Ryan Wash. I'm just adding letters to his last name. So the 68 gonna get the EOL on that one. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there in Turn 3 Racing Network land and think you have a winner you want to talk about, let me know. Who do you think is going to win this one here in Phoenix tonight? So far, it's been Jamie Walker's night. He's led 70, now make it 80 laps. Wash has led 13, Paulson 6. Remember last season, Paulson was the champion. He's going to be starting to the outside of Jamie Walker this time on the restart. Tom Orozco's led 4. Blake Decker's led 1. So plenty of drivers have led here tonight. Let me know. Who do you think is going to win here tonight? You can just tell Rick if you want. You don't have to tell me.
I mean, I already know who Skittles is picking.
Yeah, I think I might know who she's going to pick. Owen Kilrow, Blake Decker decided to come down pit road. Kind of late into this one. Pace car lights are off, so we're getting set to go back to the green flag. Cars are doubling up 2 by 2. Jamie Walker up front. Like I said, he's been there for a good portion of this race. 81 laps so far. 82 when we take the green. Rick, I saw a cone down there that was tipped over. Was that you?
I would be the going killer.
Pace car is off, getting ready to go back into the green flag. The 88 smashes that gas pedal, and we are back under the green flag one more time here from Phoenix. And Ty Marosco in the 1, trying to make it happen on the outside. He's got the 18 of Jason Powell fighting back on the inside, the 18 with a good run. Look who's there. Terry Foster in the 86, running in 6th spot, having a hell of a night here tonight. The 86 looking to the inside, trying to figure out a way around Marosco. Marosco lets it float up just a little bit. Terry follows him. He's on the back bumper. Now dives down to the inside, the 86, trying to make Marosco pay for the outside line. He does it. Terry Foster moves into 5th place. He's worked so hard in the offseason. Really, Rick, has started towards the end of last season. You could see a lot of momentum being built in that 86 and the confidence level just shooting sky high. Then he goes out, gets himself a new computer, and my goodness, is he racy.
He is. I mean, he's been nonstop racing, Chris, doing what he has to do. And that's what it comes down to. I mean, when I started here, I was having problems, and, you came in, just a little bit after I did, and you're like, listen, you want to do stuff, you got to get seat time. And one thing that Terry Foster's been doing, getting that seat time, and it's really working out for him.
There's just nothing that beats seat time. You cannot master the craft if you're not using the craft.
And what I like about Terry Foster, Chris, is you've noticed that if you really watch him all race long, which I've been kind of peeking back and forth, he's been very quiet, very, consistent, doing what he has to do, and he's just making the moves as they come to him, and it's definitely working out for him as he's sitting there in that top 5 machine right now.
And maybe picked just a little bit of a different line there on that lap, and that may cost him in a couple of laps, but the 86 very solid right now in the top 5 as we're under caution, and the 42 facing the wrong way on the track, and he spins it around. We're going to go back, see what happened to Kyle Wellman. Wellman has the 13 behind him. He comes off the corner. He just gets loose. Buries himself into the wall, trying to stay away from the other draw. He gets a little tap there at the end, but no big deal. The 42, all in all, did a really nice job saving it right there. Now, normally I would go right to the race control, but I think we know what's going to happen out of that. So we're going to step away for just a moment, take a quick commercial break. Be right back.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And we're back as we are still under caution. Jamie Walker, still your race leader. We're working caution number 9. 31 laps, Rick. And now I'm pretty sure, if I know Mark, his ears are starting to get a little red. Lap 113 of 88, 76 laps to go. And the 88 of Jamie Walker, still your race leader. He's led 88 laps here so far tonight.
Yeah, he's here definitely putting on a clinic. Chris got that new GoDaddy machine, and he's definitely doing exactly what it says on that hood. GoDaddy.
So checking in with, speaking of daddies, Big Daddy Brian McRae of the Dr. Squatch team. He's made his way all the way up to 25th position, Rick, just by being out on track, running those laps. He's definitely climbed and to a 25th position finish, as opposed to the 29th that he was looking at before. So you gotta stay with it. And I don't know how many times you and I will talk about that throughout the entire season, but it's just as important in race number 1 as it is on the very last race. So these guys have to take every opportunity to try and score those points. So valuable.
You're absolutely right. Every lap matters.
Rick, all laps matter.
All laps. That is true.
So under caution, getting ready to go. I still think these guys have one more pit stop that they're going to have to make the end of this one. Pace car lights are off. Cars folded in 2 by 2, getting ready to go back under the green flag. And man, I can't say it enough. I am so impressed with what Terry Foster is bringing to the track here tonight, sitting in 5th spot inside 3rd row. Who is outside Terry the Butcher Benjamin. Ahead of them, it's the 78 and 18, Adrian Pedra and Jason Powell. Row 1 going to be the 88 of Jamie Walker and the 6 of Derek Paulson. Jamie Walker opting to the inside lane. Sun definitely beating down on this track. Track temperature right now 87 degrees, air temperature 82. And as the pace car drops in, the 88 waits his moment and then hits that loud pedal one more time, bringing us back under the green flag here from Phoenix. Adrian Pedra with a nice move, moves himself up into 3rd spot, gets on the inside of the 18, makes that pass happen. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin and Marquis Smith. Well, the Butcher did get around the 86. Marquis is trying to do it on the outside. Can he do it? That outside lane, it looks like with when you restart, the outside doesn't look too bad. Then it goes to the inside lane. It's a little bit different. This is a 2-lane track, no question about it. Marquis able to make that outside work. He gets around the 86, pushes Terry Foster back down to 7th spot. And look at him stack up behind. Holy cow. The 2 car of Jacob Hope, he's running that outside lane, being scored in 12th position, going backwards quick though as he is being passed. Now falls into line, the 13 of David Bennett right behind him. Bennett been a little quiet here tonight, but doing a fine job in the top 15. Blake Decker behind him. Kilrow in the 41, rounding out that top 10. Ahead of him, Ryan Wash in the 68. Wash trying to make a pass on Corey Sherman. Excuse me, no he's not. He's trying to make a pass on the 1 of Ty Morosco. And he does it, and he's bringing Dalton Kilrow along for the ride. So Wash and Kilrow trying to make their way forward.
And both those drivers kind of running a similar line, Chris, doing what they have to do, trying to get to the back bumper there of Corey Sherman.
Yeah, right now Sherman being forced to race out of both sides of his car, the windshield and the rear view mirror. He throws it into the corner and tries to fend off the 68 and the 41. They are catching.
The good news for Sherman, though, he's got his teammate Terry Foster right there in front of him.
Well, Wash and Kilrow are on slightly newer tires, Rick, and it can't be said enough. Tires do make a difference, especially in these K&N cars, especially at this track. This track's so hot, you can really get slippery on those older tires. And the 68 and 41 trying to prove to everybody tires matter here too.
Oh, they're definitely a big help.
Look how fast they're closing in on the 3 of Corey Sherman. And you're right, these two drivers running virtually identical lines, except for coming off the corner there. Wash really let it go to the outside. Able to hold on though. And Corey Sherman looks like the outside. That could be a bad move as the 68 gets to the inside, makes that pass happen. The 41 does as well. 41 has not cleared Sherman yet. Kilrow looking to do it this time by. Now it's clear. The 41 takes that spot away. Corey Sherman moves back to 10th spot. And Ryan Wash puts a target on the back door of Terry Foster.
Terry kind of stuck there on the outside there. Looks like his teammate's going to go up and help him out there just a little bit.
Meanwhile, ahead of that group is the 21, Marquis Smith, running in 6th spot. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin has 5th spot running right now. He's got Jason Powell ahead of him. Adrian Pedra running in 3rd spot. Eric Paulson running in 2nd, about a half a second behind the 88 of Jamie Walker. Walker continuing the dominance here from Phoenix. Has led 101 laps so far. Make it 102 as they cross the start-finish line. 62 laps to go. The 88, your race leader.
And I don't know if anybody can catch him right now, Chris. I mean, Paulson's doing everything he possibly can. I mean, I know we still have a fair amount of laps left to go.
Yeah, Paulson doing everything he can, but
Maybe
gap
just has this track figured out.
Yeah, the gap isn't really changing all that much, which is a good thing for Derek. But it's still almost a half a second, which is a bad thing for Derek. Peter running in 3rd spot, Jason Powell right behind him, along with Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Marquis Smith running in 6th spot. Ryan Wash and Don Kilrow were able to get around Terry Foster, so Foster pushed back to 9th. Corey Sherman in 10th position. Blake Decker in the 92. Running in 11th spot. Tyler Roscoe running in 12th in his 1 car. David Bennett running in 13th position in the 13 car. Jacob Hope, the 2 car, running in 14th. Ian Habiak is running in 15th spot right now. Brian Dees running in the 16th position. The 85, Travis McChesney running in 17th position with Nick Okie running in the 18th position. Aaron Bockover, we've seen him. He's had a bit of a rough night there, and the proof is in the car as it is beat up pretty bad, but Bockover still managing to run inside the top 20, running in 19th spot on the lead lap. Speaking of on the lead lap, the 42, Kyle Wellman, still on the lead lap, but he is the last driver on that lead lap, the 42, in 20th spot. 21st, being scored 9 laps down, it's Jeff Hartline in the 97. Chris Williams in the 7 car being scored 11 laps down. Hayden Wheeler in that Dodge number 4 being scored 13 laps down in 23rd. Corey Rutherford in his number 55 being scored 24th. Brian McRae has made his way up to 25th position. 58 laps down still, and 60 laps down, it's Patrick A. 3 drivers are not on track. Hank Caston, Brandon Dennis, and Deshaun Gorham. Your race leader still the 88 of Jamie Walker. A busy night here to start off the race season, Rick, as there's been several cautions, but right now we're in the midst of a good green flag run. These guys seem to have gotten it straightened out just a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to jinx it too much, but 9 cautions out there tonight for 33 laps, 5 lead changes so far, Chris. And like you said, Jamie Walker out there just dominating here in the desert at Phoenix, looking to start his season out the right way. And I mean, this is something, like I said, we talked to Jamie a bunch last season. He's always up there towards the front doing what he has to do. Of course, Skittles is out there in chassis driving home, but cheering on Jamie as always. Paulson trying everything that he possibly can to try to catch to the back bumper there of that 88. Dr. Squatch Racing having a good showing here tonight.
And Paulson still actually is starting to catch the back bumper just a little bit. Gap kind of swinging between 0.4 and 0.45. So it's very, very tight there. And 2 seconds behind them, Adrian Pedra.
Yeah, Pedra sees him, says, man, I'd like to get up there and help you out, man, but I can't do nothing right now.
And now we're the leader, Jamie Walker, starting to pass some of these slower cars out on track right now. We already saw him get around the 55 of Corey Rutherford, and now he's looking to get around the 97. And he does just that.
Peter's trying to catch up to those guys, but man, he's getting some pressure by a Dr. Squatch teammate there of Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Butcher been looking on the inside, trying to make that number 10 stick, but just can't do it.
Yeah, Butcher trying to figure out a way into that top 3. And man, that was close. The Butcher had a good run. Peter kind of slammed the door on him. And just behind those 2 cars, Jason Powell in the 18, having a great showing here tonight.
Yeah, Powell starting to put his little his nose into the mix here, catching up to the back bumper there, the Butcher.
A few laps to go from the desert here in Phoenix. I'm watching 3rd through 5th spot get around the track right now. Adrian Pedra in the 78, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin in the 10, and the 18 belonging to Jason Powell. This all a battle for 3rd spot. Pedra has it. The Butcher and Powell would like to try and take it.
I thought the 97 might have came into play there a little bit, but Heartline stays up high, lets those guys race on by.
We were watching 2 drivers a little bit ago, and it was Ryan Wash and Don Kilrow. Wash was leading the way, but now Kilrow seems to have gone around Ryan Wash, and he's leaving him just a little bit, Rick.
Daddy O's 41 really working out good.
Bless you.
Thank you. I tried to get away from the mic, but you talked right at the same time, so I didn't know which way to go.
Corey Sherman in the 3, the Shermanator, doing a good job here tonight, staying in the side of that top 10. He's got Blake Decker right behind him, running in 10th spot right now. Battle for position, though, as Decker goes down to the inside, looking to try and take away 9th spot from Sherman. He does. Sherman doesn't battle that hard for it, so Sherman right there, now in 10th spot. Terry Foster has fallen back to 11th position. Ty Morosco in the 1 car in 12th.
Now that's 92 and the 3 have gotten around the 97 for Jeff Hartline. The Shermanator working that inside lane, trying to get by Decker once again, but Decker hanging on for everything that he has on the outside lane. I really like Terminator's paint scheme too, Chris. A little kind of a throwback to Dale Earnhardt and Dale Jr.
Yeah, just throw the words Wrangler on it somewhere and be all set.
I think the yellow might be just a little different, but man, does that 3 look good out there.
We were talking about Ian Habiak a little earlier. He was involved in a little incident, but he has moved that 16 up to 11th spot. The one car just ahead of him, 4 position. If Ian can get around him, he'll break into the top 10. So Habiak trying to turn this into a decent night, even with that front end damage. Roscoe decides he's going to come down pit road, as does the Butcher Benjamin. Jamie Walker gives up the lead. Derek Paulson right now going to be your race leader. So pit stops are starting to happen under the green flag. Paulson decides he's going to come down pit road, and that may give the lead. Yes, it will, to Dalton Kilroe. Kilroe decides to stay out and take over as the race leader. That's Kilroe's first lap led so far this season. That Turn 3 Racing Network engine underneath the hood of that Daddy O's car.
I mean, I just want to make a mental note here on lap 147 that engine has not blown up yet.
We put a little effort into the shop this off season and spent a little bit of money and got some new engine builders. So I think we're going to be okay this season.
If you notice, there's a little bit of flame coming out of the exhaust there. That has nothing to do with that capsule I accidentally dropped into the fuel cell.
Oh, yeah. So it's going to be a little while now before these pit stops kind of wind down and cycle through, because Dalton Kilroe didn't have as many laps on his tires as some of these other drivers did.
I mean, the interesting thing is we got, what, 40 laps left to go? Does he have enough to go all the way?
I don't think so. But I will say this, his best lap time tonight, a 28:014. His last lap of 28:749, so tire drop off isn't that bad here.
No.
So race leader Dalton Kilroe now led 4 laps here under this green flag run, with 39 laps to go. And yeah, Rick, I don't believe, actually I know he's not going to be able to make it to the end. So maybe a 2-tire stop if we stay under the green flag. Kilroe's always trying to take advantage of these late cautions. He's usually very good about getting back up towards the front. So we're going to see how this one plays out. But right now, he's exactly where he wants to be, up front. Nobody ahead of him that he has to worry about.
Here he comes.
And here he comes down pit road. That may give the lead over to Blake Decker in the 92. It does. And Decker's got a handful of the 4 right behind him. Now to the inside. Hayden Wheeler 3 laps down, but trying to get around and get one of them back, and he does. So Wheeler with that 4 car obviously has some fresh tires, getting around this track pretty confidently. The 92 of Blake Decker trying to hold out for a little while longer.
41 has finished his service, Chris. Looks like 4 tires all the way around from Sunoco Racing Fuel. Dalton Kilroe back out on the racing circuit.
Okay, good call out of the 41 machine, as we do have 36 laps to go. 4 tires is the call. So now we got to figure out, when is the 92 going to come down pit road? Those tires got to be screaming. You have to be so careful, especially turn 4, getting into the throttle here. Even more so when you have old tires.
Yeah, because it's very slick over there. I know, because it's bitten me a couple times.
I think it's bitten just about everybody. Jamie Walker, who was the race leader before the green flags pit stops started, is actually on the lead lap with Derek Paulson. So those two drivers did a very quick pit stop.
Yeah, the only guys who haven't pitted yet, Blake Decker, who's leading this race, Ian Haydick and Aaron Bockover.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3. And look at them bunch up here behind the 92. The 92, I think, is trying to get on pit road, but too much action happening behind him. Couldn't do it. Blake Decker leads him around one more time. And he is using up a lot of the track. The 92 stays out again. And look at, oh, the 10 bounces off the wall. This could be huge for the 92.
Huge.
Caution flag out. As the Butcher gets into the wall, causes the caution to come out. We're going to go back and take a peek, see what happened to Taylor, the Butcher Benjamin. So 4 drivers really running all around. The Butcher just kind of misjudges. No, the 41 gets into him. Colin Kilrow, who had just come down for service. And man, oh man, really just popped into him. That's front end damage for sure on the 41. But I just want to put this out here, Rick. The engine is still running.
All right.
All right, let's go back over to race control, see what they see, and let's listen in.
Was on the 10, comes off the 4, gets in the wall, and basically turns himself around off the wall there. So that'll be on the 10. That's an EOL and first strike.
On the 10 it is. First strike with an EOL penalty. And race leader Blake Decker coming down under the caution. So this traps a lot of drivers a lap down. Marquis Smith, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Jason Powell. Although some of these drivers getting their laps back now as Blake Decker's on pit road. This should give the lead back to Jamie Walker, Rick.
Yeah, I believe you're right there. Derek Paulson will be in second.
Ooh, Jamie Walker having a little bit of blinking going on here. For those that don't know, here in iRacing, blinking it's basically just like a little connection issue. And Jamie has had this last season, but usually while racing, he's okay. So we hope for that to clean up a little bit for the race leader, Jamie Walker.
You know, Chris, I'm going down through the field cars, looking at these awesome paint schemes that these guys have had done during the off season. And I get to the 85 and I'm looking at it going, I've seen that pattern somewhere. I have those swim shorts. I kid you not.
Oh, Lord.
McChesney, if you need a racing suit to wear, you let me know and I will send those to you. Those will be your racing shorts.
Less than 30 laps to go here from Phoenix. This one is drawing near to a close. A lot of different pit strategies have been employed here, Rick. Jamie Walker, last on pit road 15 laps ago. Second place, Derek Paulson, last on pit road 14 laps ago. Blake Decker and Ian Habiak 2 laps ago. So those two drivers have a tire advantage. They're running third and fourth.
Yeah, I mean, we noticed that the tire fall off isn't much, but man, that pressure rubber is really going to come into play.
Yeah, the fall off isn't much, but the handling is. And now you got a question, do they have enough in the handling department to get around those two drivers ahead of them? Because, man, you only got 27 laps to go when they take the green flag. This is going to get very interesting. Pace car drops down onto pit road. The 88, your race leader, opts for the outside lane. He hits the go pedal, and here we are again under the green flag in Phoenix. Jamie Walker wasting no time trying to put some separation between himself and Derek Paulson in second place. Already 0.6 of a second. Derek Paulson in second place. Blake Decker in the 92 running in third. Ian Habiak settles in the fourth spot with a damaged up number 16. The 92 gets a little squirrely coming out of the corner. Crosses the start finish line in third spot. May take a lap or two under the green flag conditions for his tires to start working properly, Rick, but once they do, I believe he's going to have a good handling number 92, and we're going to have to keep an eye out for him as we're under caution again. Dalton Kilroe may be the one, as we see a couple of cars strung up. We're watching the 41, Dalton Kilroe, who I think is just trying to blow that engine now, and he's going to see it's not that easy. We really did put a lot of money into a little R&D this offseason.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's doing. He's like, you know, I'm going to get this thing to blow.
Oh, the 55 into the 21, the 21 into the 44 hard. A light shot off from the inside wall. So multiple cars affected in that one. We're going to go listen in on race control.
He goes right up into the wall and then right back down. Like,
no, it's on 55. There's no question.
You can't do that. All right, guys, this is what happened. 7 got into the wall, and he kept it up there. The 55 tried to avoid him. 55 went into turn 1 and went up into the track, hit the wall, and came down into the 21. That's going to go on the 55 for bringing out the caution. That's an EOL and first strike.
All right, well, there you have it. 55 into the 21. As we are back here with Jamie Walker as your race leader still. And he has really had a dominating performance, Rick. 126 laps led, 24 laps to go. He's got Derek Paulson, last season's champion, right behind him. Blake Decker, Ian Habiak running third and fourth. Decker and Habiak running fresher tires than the top two drivers.
You know, I think if we can get some good laps under green here, I think those tires are going to warm up, and we're going to see the 92 and 16 do something special here, Chris.
Well, it's certainly possible, but, you know, finishing in the top 5 for the first race of the season, that would be huge.
I mean, I'm down here on pit road. I see that the number 16 pit crew is loading up the box. One set of tires left. They don't want to give up that track position, which I think is a smart move. Now, one thing I will note, though, to drivers, if you rewatch this race, you're going to learn a tip. Study the 88 and his restarts, okay? Because Mr. Restart has this thing figured out. And I've been watching him all race long. And he's never consistent on where he does it, but there is a pattern.
Way to give up trade secrets, right?
Well, you know, it's really not a secret if you rewatch the broadcast. But I'm just saying, you know, I mean, that would be something that I'd be doing if I was driving with these guys, Chris, on every Sunday night. I'd be going back and studying, especially those guys that run up to the front, you know, all week long. I know it's kind of hard, but save those replays next week at Daytona.
Aerial coverage once again provided by trjkarting.com. If you haven't done so yet, please make sure to check out trjkarting.com for all your karting needs. And they got you covered on the sim side too, with some racing gloves, racing shoes, and some really cool stickers on that website, man.
Oh, don't I know? And you can look anywhere on my toolbox, my truck, my computer, my sim rig. I love my Alpine Stars shoes I got.
Going on board with the race leader for the restart of this one. He hits the loud pedal. You hear him shifting through the gears. Getting ready to go into turn number 1 now.
Look
Jamie
at
Walker.
Holy cow.
Ian Habiak with a strong restart in second spot. Derek Paulson in third. And there's those tires, Rick. We were talking about it. Habiak decided to just go, and he is sending it. What a great finish this would be for Ian Habiak. He's got Derek Paulson, Blake Decker, Ryan Wash right behind. Oh, Paulson with a little slip up there, and he loses 2 positions for it. Derek Paulson with a very rare miscue in the number 6.
Oh, back under caution.
Back under caution. It was Marquis Smith, I believe. We're going to have to go back and take a look. We're going to go right back to the restart, keeping an eye on the 21. And that car has definitely seen better nights. What a restart for Ian Habiak.
All of a sudden happened to his 10 car too, I'm seeing.
21 gets it going. He has a 17 to the inside. The 85 moves to the inside of Marquis Smith, as does the 4. Chesney wants to know where you got the shorts. Oh, the 4 and the 21 make contact.
I think they were at Walmart. It was either Walmart or I bought them a few years ago when we were down to Daytona.
Chesney, you're supposed to be driving, not typing.
Yeah. He wants them shorts, man. I don't blame him. They're cool. I mean, Chris, while you're watching that, I was watching Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. He got into something too, ended up on his roof, actually. He's going to get towed back into the pits.
Oh, rough night then for Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. 3 laps down right now as he's getting towed.
Chris Williams might want a new pair of them shorts too, because he had to get hard onto the brakes so he didn't get into the 10.
Now here we are at working caution number 12 on the evening. 43 laps under caution. 9 different lead changes, Rick. So lots of cautions, but the lead changes have been pretty stellar too. Of course, up front, we've got the 88 of Jamie Walker. Walker leading 133 laps of this event so far with 17 laps to go. Probably going to be 15 when we go back to the green flag. Ian Habiak finds himself in second position, going to be battling for the lead on this next restart. Blake Decker sitting in third spot. So really, depending on which lane Jamie Walker decides to go to, this could be very interesting. The 68 of Ryan Walsh running in fourth position. And Derek Paulson sitting in fifth. We saw him have a little bit of a little miscue out of that sixth machine as it went a little sideways. Paulson trying to get back up into that top 5 group, closer to the front where he's been running all night. Really, he's been second spot virtually all night long. Would like to get back up there. Paulson was able to lead 7 laps here tonight, finds himself right now in 5th. See, by looking at some of these cars, it's been a long night here in Phoenix.
I know, I was like, man, are we at a short track?
Yeah, it's just a mile. So, I mean, it's close.
Kind of, sort of. Hey, listen to that pace car going down there on pit road. Jamie Walker hitting that go pedal.
Yeah, the battle right now for second spot. Blake Decker trying to take it over for Ian Habiak. He is on the inside, and he has got to run. Oh, the 68 of Ryan Walsh goes sideways. That's huge. That's going to bring out the caution one more time. We go back. And again, we're going all the way back to the restart of this one because it was hot and heavy in here. Under the caution with 14 laps to go. And we're watching the top car in the second row, the 68. I don't know that Ian was able to get a very good restart there. He stacks the field up a little bit, goes 3 wide, and Paulson gets into the 68. Oh, the 17 takes a hard lick to the outside wall. And that is that. So we line them up to go one more time. Do want to invite drivers who don't finish the race to join us in the TRJ Karting Infield Care Center. Seems like that might be a forgotten thing here, but we do like to talk to drivers out of the car. I think we'll have an opportunity next week, Rick, as we head to Daytona.
Oh, nothing bad's gonna happen at Daytona. Did you see the what 2 laps that they raced today in NASCAR, man? I mean, I can tell you right now, the Truck Series. Okay, Jordan got a new fan. Okay, because that number 3 truck was on fire and his attitude was great. And then the Xfinity race was excellent. And then the big guys, you know, the guys in the big show, they're all just sitting there playing follow the leader. And I was like, what the heck? But I don't think anything's going to happen. I think it's going to be good. Until the big one comes.
Yeah, tomorrow, 4 o'clock Eastern, Daytona. We'll fire back up to try and finish that race in NASCAR, if you guys care. I happen to care a little bit. That's the only race I try and watch through the whole season. Well, then maybe the Bristol night race.
And then the July race. And then in Talladega. Pocono.
Pace car kills the lights. 10 laps to go when we retake the green flag. Jamie Walker, your race leader. Blake Decker going to be starting on the inside.
Yeah, Timmy Hill was doing outstanding. I'm looking forward to see him kick some butt. I was actually looking for the trjkarting.com sticker on the car somewhere.
Pace car getting ready to come back down on the pit road, Rick, for what could be the final time of this race. Getting set to take the green flag, 10 laps to go. The 88 of Jamie Walker, been dominant all night long. Looks to try and tap this one off as he hits the go pedal, and he is the race leader going into turn number 1. Corey Sherman out of nowhere is in 3rd spot. Here comes Derek Polson in the 6th car, taking over 4th. Ian Habiuk running 5th place. A little bit of a stack up behind them. You got the 18 of Jason Powell, Tom Morosco in the 1, battling it out for 6th position. The 78 of Pedra trying to get involved.
Ooh, Sherman.
Corey Sherman. Oh, we're under caution.
Yeah, Sherman slipped just a little bit there, but was able to hang on to it.
Not sure where the caution was. Gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Oh, it looks like, the 9 and the 41 get together.
Yep.
Okie gets into the 41. The 41 backs it into the wall and continues on. Okie gone for the night. As Jamie Walker is still your race leader, under caution once again. If Mark's ears weren't red last time, they certainly are now. 14 cautions, 49 laps here tonight. 9 different lead changes. And this one has been a good one, albeit a little bit on the caution side. I don't know if Brian McRae is still a competition director, but if he is, he's another guy that's got a little bit of red in his ears right now. Need to verify and see if he is in fact still the competition director. Mark and I had a good conversation the other night. I was told to not pull any punches. I will not this season. You cause a problem, I'm going to call you out on it right here live on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
For all the world to hear.
The problem tonight, Rick, is there's just not a lot of cars out there that are as straight as they were when they got here.
Yeah, I mean, the K&R car, the K&N car is kind of funny looking anyway when you look at it. I remember when I was painting these things a lot, I was like, man, something's just not right. But man, they are all beat up out there. I don't think there's a 100% clean straight car out there to begin with.
Marquis Smith joining us in the infield care center. Brought to you by TRJ. Let's get him on up here. Marquis, this is Chris and Rick up in the booth. You got a coffee?
Yes, sir.
Hey, bud, getting ready to go back under the green flag, but it was kind of a tough night for the 21 tonight. They kind of were looking like a ping pong out there, bud.
Yeah. You know, the first incident, there was a little bit of net code. Brian got loose in front of me, and then the second incident involving me, I'll take full responsibility for. You know, I just overshot the braking zone, got into the back of Hank, and kicked that off. But it's the first race of the season. Everyone's kind of trying to adjust, but I feel like everyone's doing a little too much taking and not enough giving.
It's certainly kind of what I'm seeing too out there, and it's something that'll settle down. You know, first race jitters, new vehicle that they're trying to get used to. You guys are all trying to get used to this one still. It's been something else. Hey, bud, thank you for joining us up here. Anybody on the 21 you need to thank tonight?
You know, I'd like to thank MT2 Esport, my team, Adrian Piedra, my teammate out there, helping me out a little bit and giving each other feedback. 91 and up, they've been on the car, great brand, and just really appreciate everyone.
Awesome, bud. Good luck next week at Daytona.
Oh yeah, thank you.
All right, buddy. And that was Marquis Smith, driver of the number 21. We're about to go green flag racing once again, so I got somebody else in the channel, but we're going to wait until we get back to the green flag. 5 laps to go. It's going to be Ryan Walsh in the 68. Ryan, prepare, because I'm going to get to you in just a moment here. Got to get back to that green flag, then we're going to have to make it real quick.
Give me a second.
The 88, Jamie Walker, your race leader, and he hits that loud pedal. He is gone. Ryan, it's been a tough night for you tonight, but in the 68, why don't you take me through your race? Ryan, it's Chris up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hello?
Oh, there you are, bud.
All right, there we go.
4 laps to go, so we got to make it real quick.
That's all right. So, I mean, I have a rant, but, you know, I had 2 cautions that are called on me. I got forced wide, or forced in the middle for 3 wide for 2 of them. That last one there, I didn't know Paulson was still there. That soon after the start-finish line, your spotter's not talking to you. So Ian got a really, Ian, he had damage, so I don't know what was up with him, but I gave him a bump and he still stalled out. So I took it down the middle, and then I got the 3 light call really late, and I'm stuck in the middle. I have nowhere to go, so I guess the easy scapegoat in that. I think that's bullcrap. Mark's probably going to give me a good speech, but happened earlier in the race too. You got a car going 50 miles an hour slower. I had already started making a pass coming out of turn 1, and then I get clipped by the car going 50 miles an hour slower than the rest of the field. Then I get called for that, and then I got punted by the 78 at the end of stage 2, I believe. Not happy with that. I'll probably be getting back at him soon any way I can. And then I was down on power too for the first accident. I got wrapped up in that, down on power the whole race, but still hanging in there. So overall good race for me. But
all right, bud, I got to cut you short because we are on the last lap here. Good luck next week. Last lap, last turn here for the 88, as he is trying to make race 1 his, and he does across the start-finish line first. Blake Decker, Corey Sherman going to finish 2nd and 3rd. Derek Paulson in 4th. Jason Powell in the 18th is going to be your 5th place finisher here tonight. So Jamie Walker taking it home here tonight after leading 150 laps. What a way to start the season off for him.
Yeah, I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that right there.
88, your race winner. Blake Decker with a good, strong finish in that 2nd spot. Corey Sherman with a hell of a finish, finishing in 3rd here tonight. We're going to go ahead and get some post-race interviews up and ready to go as Jamie starts to burn down the house. Guys, we're going to be right back after these messages.
Outside wall. He's gonna pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's gonna get them all done with. What amazing!
Race lead to the inside goes Logan Cloudman is gonna touch in. Pit press sideways. What a save!
Look to the outside as Cronkite goes off. De Jong into 2nd place.
Going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's howling down to the inside.
He's trying this contact though. Slide left of the racetrack. Chris Renner drives it back down underneath, and he takes that 2nd spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe. Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact.
He's going to try and make the move around the outside the Parabolica. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cutback here. Get the run out the Parabolica. That's beautifully done there. Michael Schumacher, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
And we're back live here, getting ready to talk to the top three finishers, and finishing in third place tonight. The three car, excuse me. Oh my goodness. The three car of Corey Sherman. Corey, this is Chris and Rick up in the booth, bud. You got a copy?
I got you.
Hey man, that's a good way to start your race season right here. A third place finish for the three.
Yeah, it's a great TNA Motorsports debut I had.
Yes, sir. And it's pretty cool because TNA overall did a pretty good job tonight. You know, obviously Aaron Bockover didn't have the night he was looking for, but your teammate Terry Foster finished in the top 10. Here you are finishing third place here tonight. Why don't you talk about the race and what it means to be with TNA here this season?
Well, you know, TNA Motorsports brought a great car for me this the ISM. Savage Edge Chevy was fast tonight. I decided not to qualify. I wanted to stay in the back because I knew there was going to be a bunch of cautions. So I wanted to keep the car clean throughout the night and start racing at the final stage.
Yeah, it was caution filled, and you managed to stay out of most of them. In fact, your car, one of the straighter cars out there tonight.
Yeah, I just got that incident with the 16 there, but other than that, I think that's the only incident points I had for the night.
It was a really good run for you, Corey. Anybody on the three that you need to thank tonight, bud?
Yeah, I got to thank my teammates, Aaron and Terry. You know, those are great guys. I'm glad that they brought me on this season, and hopefully we can get some more top 5 finishes in the Savage Edge Chevy.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations once again. Corey Sherman, third place finisher here tonight.
Thanks.
And that was the driver of the number 3, Corey Sherman. I believe Rick may have caught up with the driver of the 92, finishing second place tonight.
Yeah, driver of the number 92 machine, Blake Decker. You got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, bud?
Yes, sir.
And what a way to start the season out there. You had one heck of a race. Give me a little rundown.
Yeah, right there at the end, did a little tire strategy that honestly played out perfect because I was hoping for a caution. I was about to pit a lap before that, but caution came out. I had like half a gallon of fuel left. So it played out perfect for me in that aspect. But then around the end, I had the freshest tires in the field. Unfortunately, a lot of people in here think they're professional racers when they can't hold a line. And we just had too many cautions for my strategy to play out.
Well, at one point there, we were a little worried because you were out there leading the race, and it looked like you wanted to go down pit road, but you just had no room, man. So I'm glad that it worked out for you, man. Is there anybody out there in the 92 you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Mark, obviously, for putting the league on, taking time out of his week to work on the setups for us. Also, like to shout out my grandfather. I think he's still watching. His birthday was yesterday, so I want to say happy birthday to him. And other than that, just congrats on Jamie for the win, and can't wait to be out here next week at Daytona.
All right, man. Well, hey, listen, happy birthday also from all of us here at Turn 3 Racing Network, man. Congratulations on second place. You did an outstanding job, and I look forward to that 92 out there on Daytona next week.
Thank you.
And that was Blake Decker bringing it home in second spot tonight, Rick. That means we only have one more guy to talk to. Tonight's winner, the driver of the number 88. Paint job has changed, but, man, his winning ways just have not. And, of course, we're talking about the 88 of Jamie Walker. Jamie, this is Chris and Rick up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you guys doing this weekend?
Well, doing pretty good, bud. First of all, welcome back to race season. And I guess welcome back to Victory Lane, because here you are, man. You put that GoDaddy Chevy back up front, and you led a couple of laps here tonight, too, about 150 of them.
Yeah, just a couple.
Yeah. So it's a good way to start the season off, man. What do you got looking forward to?
I'm just looking forward to have fun here. I'm just going to take it easy here. Just, not overdo things. Just have fun. I want to enjoy this.
Well, it's certainly a good way to start the season and a good way to look forward to it if you're going to start winning right off the bat. Next week, though, Daytona, it's kind of a crapshoot. What are your feelings there?
Hold on to the wheel and hope you make it to the finish.
Yeah. Absolutely, brother. Anybody on the 88s you need to thank tonight?
I'm not sure. You said it was the GoDaddy car, so I guess I thank GoDaddy on it. And got to thank my beautiful wife for allowing me to do this. We had happy Valentine's Day weekend to everybody out there. Hope everybody enjoyed it.
Very good, brother. Well, listen, congratulations once again. A hell of a way to start the season. and you definitely deserved it after leading 150 laps here tonight. Jamie Walker is going to be your race winner tonight after race number 1, and man, this is going to be good. Skittles Daytona did not go. It's going to go tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock Eastern. It'll be back due to a rain out situation. And we are just about done here for tonight. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Turn 3 Racing Network. It was an absolute pleasure to bring you the very first race of the season here for Blazing Pedals, the TRJkarting.com series. Make sure to check them out, guys. TRJkarting.com. Tim does a lot of work to try and help out this league and get them to the size that they are. And we got a couple more drivers that are going to be joining us next week, Rick, for Daytona. It's going to be fun.
It is definitely going to be fun, man. I mean, what an outstanding race here tonight in the desert. The track is now done, bud. So, we got it out of the way. Now we move on to the good track. Okay, Daytona next week. I'm excited. But before that, we're going to be here in the booth at the Lagoon Lounge. And we are going to be doing Racing for a Cause on Wednesday. So looking forward to that. But, man, I can't wait until Sunday. I'm going to be packed up and all ready to go.
Absolutely. So let's run down the race results real quick. Of course, Jamie Walker, Blake Decker, Corey Sherman. We talked to them. Your first through third finishers. Derek Polson finishing 4th place tonight. In 5th place, we got Jason Powell, Adrian Pedra, Ty Morosco, Jacob Hope in 8th. Terry Foster takes home a top 10 in 9th position. Travis McChesney, he finishes in 10th position in his 85 machine. Ian Habiak falls back to 11th after running up front for a good portion of the late end of the race. David Bennett in the 13 finishes in 12th. Aaron Bockover brought it back, man. He did a great job after being shot through a couple of times there, but the 44 ends up 13th position. Dalton Kilroe ends up 14th position, and no engine expired. In 15th place tonight, we had Kyle Wellman. Brian Dees takes home 16th in his number 17. 6 laps down. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin finishes in 10th. Nick Okie finishes in 18th position. In 19th, it's Jeff Hartline. Chris Williams in 20th position. Aiden Wheeler finishes 21st tonight. Ryan Wash in 22nd. Marquis Smith, 23rd. Corey Rutherford going to be finishing in 24th position in his number 55. Brian McRae in the 35 finishes in 25th position. Patrick A. finishes 26th. Hank Caston 27th. And Brandon Dennis finishes 28th. And Deshaun Gorham, my fellow Bears fan, finishing 29th in the last place here tonight, Rick. And that is it from us here tonight. Yeah, Terry, 2 top 10 finishes for TNA. It's pretty awesome. Guys, we can't thank you enough for coming on out to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Remember, next Sunday night, right here on Turn 3, Blazing Pedals takes on Daytona. And that is going to do it for us tonight. Have a great night, everybody.
Good night, all.